extraordinary African Americans that have been active in the community and have paved the way in many ways here in Dallas. Some of them remembered but not forgotten. They've been our constables, they've been our county commissioners, they've been our school board representatives, they've been our first state representatives, they've been our congresspersons, all who have played an extraordinary role here in the city of Dallas. A lot of this history is not often played or used in a way that our younger folk have recognized, are able to recognize what they have contributed to where we are today. What I have here is a summary that was published in February 1986 here in Dallas in the Dallas Morning News, which reflects the history of blacks that were elected to public office between the period of 1965 and 1985. Some of these outstanding African Americans were as follows. Under the Dallas City Council was C.A. Galloway, Lucy Patterson, Juanita Craft, Fred Blair, Elsie Faye Heggins, Al Lipscomb, Diane Ragsdale. Some of our outstanding state and first state legislators were Joseph Lockridge, who passed in 1968, Zan Holmes, who's still with us and still doing extraordinary work here in the Dallas County. Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson, Paul Ragsdale, who's no longer with us, was also a state representative. Sam Hudson III, Clay Smothers, Lanell Cofer, and Jessie Oliver.
Our first African American county commissioner was John Wiley Price. Our first Dallas Community College District board member was J.D. Hall. And our first constable was Jessie Dawson.
The judges at that time were Larry Baraka, who was a state criminal district judge, Berlaind Brashear, Joan Winn, and yours truly, Ron White, at that time.
The justices of the peace at that time were
George Allen, one of the first, and Cleopa Steele. Dallas School Board was represented by Dr. Emmett Conrad, Joe Curving, who was a businessman, Kathleen Gilliam, Robert Price, Robert Hester, and on the State Board of Education, again, was Emmett Conrad. These are just a few of the very active African American leaders that were in the city between the periods of 1965 and 1985. We should constantly remind each other in terms of the important roles that our African American political, legal, and community activists have played to help us get where we are today. We don't want them ever to be forgotten, and I think that we need to be reminded periodically and shared with the children here as well as within the schools the contributions that they have made that we are still benefiting from. So I want to thank you for the opportunity of letting me pass this on and share this information so that hopefully it will continue to be shared with the rest of our public.